Lineage 2 is one of the uncontested most successful MMORPGs of all time. A classic that is unrivaled in the MMO genre, providing difficulty, complex mechanics, functionality. 20 years later, it is still considered to be a staple of the genre's evolution, helping shape what the MMORPG genre has become. This is a game that I played many years ago, but due to the severe mismanagement and neglect from NCSoft, I've really been unable to return. I'm sure many of you can relate to that, but while I and many others have enjoyed Lineage 2 in the past, that doesn't mean that the game is still enjoyable in 2024. It doesn't mean that currently it has any semblance of content cadence that would warrant playing. In all honesty, it might not even be receiving updates, and that is where we come in today. Theoretically, I could definitely dive back in, take another look. I could give my impressions again for the umpteenth time, but I think that'd be a waste of your time and mine. What I want to talk about is what this game has done in the last year, where it's currently going, because it might not survive into 2025. More and more MMOs are shutting down year after year, and who knows which game is going to be next. I wanted to get a gauge of how Lineage 2 was doing in 2024 by looking at player numbers, engagement, the community. With that in mind, I went to social media to get a rough estimate of community size and activity. My first stop, as always, was Steam. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, sure. Apparently it's no longer available on Steam. It's a pretty big market to not have access to, if I'm being honest. They do have their own official purple launcher, however, that allows players to play the game. So I guess, unfortunately, it's going to be more difficult to ascertain a reliable player concurrency. My next stop was Twitter, which has a grand total of 11.9k followers. This is pretty low and leaves me with the impression that there really isn't going to be much in terms of activity. A few likes per tweet, no comments, ever. Scrolling down, I see absolutely no activity from the community on Twitter. Another largely missed opportunity to retain a semblance of activity and communication among your community. The Lineage 2 Facebook page has significantly more followers, 338,000. It looks as though there's exponentially more activity on Facebook, averaging hundreds, at times thousands of likes and comments per post. These are the very same posts that are posted on Twitter. I then proceeded to make my way over to Reddit, see how many total members there are and how many people are actively present during peak hours. There were 5,800 members and 3 people online, one of which was me. There were new threads posted every day though, which is definitely a good sign. Some of the subreddits I've been to for some of the MMOs I've covered actually haven't had threads made in months. That is a sign of a dead community. Everywhere I look, with the exception of Facebook, Lineage 2 seems to be doing fairly poorly, but let's go ahead here and take a look at the website, see the content cadence, the events, the updates. A game with no updates, after all, is a game in maintenance mode. Immediately upon navigating over to their website, though, it does seem as though they're celebrating their 20th anniversary, which is crazy. It looks like there are going to be a ton of events, or there have already been a ton of events that have been ongoing. Apparently these updates have been going on since April. Since I still see this as the landing page, I'm going to go on a limb here and assume they're still currently ongoing. Before we delve into Lineage 2, however, allow me to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your guys' support is why I can continue to make videos like this every single month, and deeply appreciate you all being there for me. We're going to begin in July 2023, which is exactly a year ago. I'm also choosing to discuss Lineage 2 specifically, the live version of the game. This does not include Lineage 2 Classic or Aiden, both of which I'm aware to have different player bases and a different content cadence. I might cover them separately in the future. It does look like there are a lot of updates listed completely separately for each game. In July 2023, there were 5 posts that were made. Cash out promotion, a preview of the Spellcaster Unleashed and Death Knight Reborn update, a playtime event, and another cash out promotion. There were 6 posts made in August, a change to the Lineage 2 store. Thrilling, I know. The Spellcaster Unleashed update and events, Power Within promotion, which is apparently a type of gacha if I'm reading this correctly, and then the Red Libra Merchant event. September saw 4 posts. Freya's Blessing promotion, the Treasure Chest Mystery event, the Empire's Treasure promotion, and the Wish Hunt event. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is actually more activity than the vast majority of the MMOs I've covered throughout the entire year. Yeah, I mean, that should give you a general outlook of the state of the MMO genre right now and the frequency of content releases. October had 10 posts made, but I'm gonna go ahead here and summarize them. There was the Halloween Hunt event, Freya I Stole event, the Shine Maker update sneak peek, and 7 whole cash shop changes. Yes, I'm sure those keep players enthralled with the game. There were 5 posts in November, beginning with the Shine Maker class release, which is honestly a sign that the game is still doing well enough to receive updates of this magnitude. Promotions related to the Shine Maker release, events related to the Shine Maker, all of this makes complete sense. And the Black Friday sale. December had 9 posts, but only 4 were worth noting. The Appreciation Weekend, Virtual Equipment System Season 1, Buff Together event, along with the Christmas holiday events across all 3 versions of the game. At this point, we're done with 2023, and honestly, it isn't looking too bad. There were fairly regular events. There was a brand new class release, more than most games. Some of the games I've covered have had months without a single update. NCSoft, however, kicked 2024 off with a bang. There was absolutely nothing except for Oriana's Lucky Draw event. Then I guess cash shop updates, of course. They're the real end game. I guess the announcement for the purple platform. February had 11 posts made, beginning with the Sweet Gift promotion, Valentine's Day event, Ask the Petals event, Power Within promotion, a ton of website updates and cash shop changes. March had 10 posts, pretty much all of which were related to the Gacha shop or the purple platform, weirdly enough. I guess the cross-check event was also ongoing, so there's definitely something there. April had a whopping 12 posts, a character growth event, the Mermaid's Golden Treasure promotion, Return of the Rogue update, which featured quite a significant amount of content. Season 2 of the Virtual Equipment System began, and there were events related to the 20th anniversary. Once again, dude, holy crap, can you believe that Lineage 2 is 20 years old? God damn, do I feel so old. There were 8 posts made in May, beginning with the Murder of Adorable Little Squirrels, the Royal Blessing promotion, Grand Cane Power promotion in the store, and Rim Kamaloka event. We're closing in on July now, with June having a surprisingly small number of posts, 2 to be specific. By far the lowest to date, beginning with the Suspicious Safe promotion, followed by Freya's I Stole event. So little for the cash shop as well, weird. And here we are in July, with 2 posts already made, the Dragon Slayer promotion and Heat Hunting event. I dare say I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from Lineage 2, but this still surprised me. With the exception of the last few months, NCSoft were relatively active throughout all of 2023 and the beginning of 2024. Releasing new classes, releasing entire updates and more. Lineage 2 is absolutely not what you expect in 2024. It's still somewhat alive and kicking, much to the surprise of, I'm sure, many of you. Now, if Lineage 2 is not an MMO you're at all interested in, though, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more up your alley.